What's going on, you guys? My name's Diego. I just wanted to make a quick video to coach you guys on a little bit of how I personally go events, through flyers. They make, very cool flyers, stuff that's, as far as graphic design, I'm very, very impressed with what they do. But let me show you this as an example. The Virginia Beach Regional, right? They have all the information that they need on here. They have the date, they have the time, they have the place, and they have literally everything that they need. So in order for you guys to get started, you're going to need to have an event, right? And that's the first thing that you guys need to get done. So first, we have the relaunch of the Elite Empire London team, and here's how we're going to go about it, you guys. Obviously, you need a location, you need a time, you need a date, and you also need the speakers, right? And when it comes to doing this, you guys, the one thing that you guys really want to focus on to get started is figuring out where the location is going to be. So we know that it's going to be in London, Ohio, London, England, and you just go look for some pictures online on Google. This is a pretty easy process. You guys can either it doesn't matter what day of time you guys use. I just personally like looking for pictures that have a little bit more space, and I'll tell you guys exactly what I mean by that. But you guys can obviously it's got to be a square picture, so you guys can square this up already here here on this, and then take a screenshot. But look at this. Here's what I mean. You guys have to have some free space up here and free space down here in order for you guys to be able to get all of your information down. And always remember that when it comes to the color, try to get it just one color, kind of like this. It's just like purplish, in the background. And this is really going to help us focus on just one type of color font. We're going to talk a little bit about this later on. But you guys just find a picture first. So you guys just screenshot it, right? And that's the first thing that you guys do. Now, here are the apps that I personally use for creating the flyers, you guys. Personally, I use Brushes, I use PhotoCandy Plus, and sometimes I use Eraser and PicStitch, but mainly I'm going to use Brushes and PhotoCandy Plus. And here's what I mean by that. First, you guys want to create your template, right? So you place a photo, which is pretty simple to do. You place your photo, whichever one you're going to use, and then you center it, making sure that it is a square picture, because remember, we're going to post this on Instagram, we're going to post this on Facebook, so a square photo is usually the best standard format to go with. So you guys center it, boom, awesome. Now when you look at the Vima app, you guys, I'm sorry, the Vima page, you guys will see that they have these white pages where they have featuring and they have the speakers on it, right? So here's how we're going to do that. You guys can go online and find any picture, any white picture. I personally will use this one. I'll just flip it around, right, and I'll center it up. Right there, any white picture that you guys want. And honestly, on Brushes, this is what I personally use to be able to stack up layers. And that's why it takes a little bit of time. But once you guys have it placed, make sure that it's not too big, it's not too small. Boom, place it right there. And all you guys would have to do is make it a little bit transparent, something like that, maybe a little bit thicker. All right, so just like that, you guys. And then obviously you guys saw the banner that I was talking about earlier. I just went online, went on Google, and I got a banner, a PNG banner, so it doesn't have the background. Or you guys can use the Eraser app, which is this one, to be able to erase whatever pictures you guys need to erase and erase the background. But basically, here's what I do. I put the banner up here for the speakers, right? Because that's where we're going to write speakers. Boom, make sure it's centered. And then after this, you guys, something that I personally like to do is make sure that we're representing the brand. I like to put the logo on here. So you guys can see I already have the Elite Empire logo. I'm going to make it really small, and because it's a dark background, something else that I also want to do is make sure that I invert the color. So I make it a white logo down there. And here's what I mean by that, you guys. Just make it a white logo. I'll go in and fix, whatever needs fixing. So for example, here, I just need a very, very thin line. So I'm just going to go here, edit. Boom. Hardness, intensity. Sorry, need to focus a little bit on this, but you guys can see exactly what I mean. And I'm going to put the pixels at pixel size at 1. And here's how I'll go about it. Okay, awesome. So now that we have the logo in the bottom right, which is the Elite Empire logo, all we're gonna need to do from here is be able to put the words in, right? So all you guys would have to do is just export the picture, add to your photos, and then move on to the Photo Candy app. Now this is a great app, and I feel like this is the one app that Vima uses as far as putting in the words. And here's basically how it works, you guys. In the font that they use for the top there, where you see Virginia Beach, it's called Lobster. So you guys can type in, for example, where this is going to be. So London, England, right? And you guys can just change the font and go all the way down here, and you guys can see the Lobster font. Now what Vima does is they put one font over the other, and here's what I mean by that. So they have this font probably be white, and then they have this font be orange, or something along those lines. I'm gonna make it red just because it matches the banner. But boom, you guys can see right there. That first part is done. You see that also right there. It says regional. I'm just gonna put home event, and the font that I'm gonna personally use for this is called Lavella Black. That's what it is. That I personally like using just because they're very easy to read. And like I said earlier, you guys, here this is an example of using one color for the font. And actually, instead of home event, we're gonna call this relaunch event. Maybe just launch. Okay, so basically, you guys just have this right here, which is getting through the first part. Now we have to figure out now we have to put in the date. So we go back to wherever our information is. So for example, right here, it's going to be Sunday 9th, November 6th, November 9th, Sunday at 6 p.m. So here's how we're going to do it. So right there, you guys see it's Saturday, October 25th. So that's the format that we're going to use. So it's going to be Sunday, November 9th. And I actually like to capitalize this. Sunday, November 9th. And if we want to match the font, you guys, I believe what they use is this font right here. Lee Gothic. Make everything capitalized. Boom. White. We might make this have a little bit of an outline just to make sure that everyone can see it. Boom. Sunday, November 9th, okay? Now what you need is the location. So right there is Sandler Center. For us, it's going to be this right here. I believe that this is the location, but we'll put it on here. And on this part, you guys, you can use any logo. I mean, any font you want. Just make sure that it's small and it's compact. Okay, so you guys just get it compact. Make it to one side. Boom. So right there you guys have the address, and now all we literally need to do is just put in the speakers. So we're going to type in speakers. I might use the same font that I use for the date. Speakers, white, center it. And this, all you have to do at this point is basically just put in the speakers' names. So here we have Ugur, shout out to Ugur, and shout out to Burak. So bronze and silver. Now I don't know, I see. It's a cool name, Ugur. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrong, but. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna leave this font black, you guys, because when you make it white, since it's a white background, it doesn't pop as much. So we're just gonna make it this. Boom. And then I will be closing that event. So whoever you guys have closing, just put it on there. Alright, now at this point, basically what you guys want to do is just create another one where it basically tells you who they are and what rank they are, bronze, and he's the host. Now, Vimeo does this differently. They actually put the host in a completely different bracket, but just for the sake of time, I'm just going to put it in the same one. And then have a lighter. So maybe this, yeah. Make it a little bit bigger. Boom. Brock's going to go through the flip book, and then I'm going to close. Boom. Alright, so I should have made this the same size. Alright, that's relatively the same size. Okay, so right there you guys have everything you need. I think that all that it needs right now is the time, which I believe it's going to be 6 p.m. Yes. And we'll just make it Lavelle black again. Make sure that everyone gets there in time. And let's see here, where could we put this? I guess we could put it down at the bottom. So we have plenty of space down here. Okay, 6 p.m. sharp. And honestly, I feel like that's literally all you guys will need. This is a pretty professional way of making sure that you guys have, the events set and you guys have all the information on there. I think that is all that you need on here. Let me double check. Yeah, so this is literally all that you guys will need. So hopefully this helped you guys. Hopefully this helped you guys see exactly how I personally go about creating a flyer. So with that, thank you guys so much for the time that you guys gave me to watch this, and peace out.